Welcome back to the channel, and it is wheeling season. Am I ready to go? No. Am I close? Kinda. Let me show you. After the hammers in February, on my way home I noticed I had gear oil all over my trailer, so I took a closer look and I had smacked a rock pretty good, hit my steering ram shaft. I think it cut the seal. Of course, smacked the diff up pretty good. And I don't know if it was from that or just bad silicone job, hardware backing out, or what. My third member diff leaked practically all the oil out on the trailer. So I thought, okay, this is a good time. After the hammers, winter time, I'll pass on some snow wheeling and get this thing freshened up. I was due for some bearings there on the C's on the knuckles. The hubs looked good, still nice and tight. I wanted to change out my springs. They're pretty clapped out. Didn't get to that. It's unfortunate. I will just be throwing in the old springs back in because this next weekend is Memorial Weekend and I want to go play. So, gonna do kind of a cleanup. Got new bearings here. Let me show you there. New bearings. These are 3/4 inch bearings. Spidertrax has now gone larger. I think they go to 1 inch now. But my main issue was the diff leaking. So my buddy Blake's going to head over, I think in the next day or two. He has some super magical silicone something. He wants to do that, which I appreciate it. He wants to sand down the face of that a little bit. I'd kind of knocked it down with 120, got some little burrs out or anything I could see. But he's going to help set my third member in for me. It's right there. I will put the springs in, like I said, what I had. My buddy Israel did make me this nifty, quick, super cool tool off one of my oldest. Well, I didn't use it. It was a sway bar. But since the ends are, let me show you here, flip this around, tapped and threaded, he made me a couple options there so I can slide it into the housing like this. Here, it's hard to do with one hand. Slide it on in there and bang out the old inner seals. I don't know if you could see in there. These are supposed to be double walled and you pack them with grease. This one was ripped up and only had a single wall. So it was pretty cool. He made it with removable pucks to choose what size would work best because it wasn't here. I kind of just told him over the phone. Him and my buddy Ryan did this so I could screw on that, what do you call it, sway bar, so we could bang it in, and it actually helped because these are siliconed in. You silicone them in to help any gear oil leak through the third member, the center section, and pack it with grease so the grease runs on the shaft and helps seal and keeps gear oil inside the center section there. So I did order a new set of seals from Spidertrax. Gonna get those in there. Gonna pack them up with grease, and now you can, I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, the double walls in there. So you pack the center here with grease all the way around. That helps with heat. And these are stretchy, so it can fit multiple sizes of your axle shafts. And I'm gonna get both of those greased up. Back in, or I don't know, maybe wait for Blake because I don't want to mess up or get shavings or anything in there. So I may do that while he's here. But yeah, I did think that was a pretty cool tool. I'll now have it forever. And these seals are replaceable. So I'm going to knock these out and see if I could get new O-rings, new seals, and just have a spare set ready to go for whenever next time around. So while it's apart, I did sand some of the old scuffed up spots just so I could touch up with some paint. Here, taking some masking tape, my steering arms, covering up the heims, just blowing a little paint on everything there, clean those up. I'm gonna continue taping off. I will probably take the shocks off or just tape up the ends so I don't blow overspray on them, just to somewhat freshen it up, clean it up while I put it back together. Got the housing cleaned up a little bit, blew some paint on it. Now I'm gonna get these new FK bearings installed. These are nice and tight. I'll show you the old one. Let's see here. Suckers wore out. Yeah, a lot of play. It would still hold on in there, but it just makes the tire and the whole hub wiggle a little bit. While it's apart, might as well just throw some new ones in here. It's simple. Slide right in, upper and lowers. Where did I drop that one at? One goes there, one goes on the bottom on each side. Then a little clip goes in there to keep it from coming out. Put the clip on some snap ring pliers. Let's see. Get them in there. Tap them down. Find the groove. Oh, I'll get a screwdriver and I'll just tap it out. Tap it all around in there. All 4 bearings are installed on both sides. Now it's time to get the Spidertrax knuckle installed and then steering arms. These knuckles go together pretty simple. I don't think anything else is this easy. It has this bolt with like these misalignment shim spacer deals that go around each bearing. So you just slide your top spacer on there, throw the knuckle over it, start your bolt, then catch your, let's see here, catch your bottom spacer and the nut. Do that to both of them and tighten it up. Pretty simple, strong idea. Both knuckles are on, tightened up. It's nice. Let's see. No play anymore. When those spherical bearings go out, you definitely get some wiggle wobble stuff going on. Also got my steering arms on, marked, so I know I tightened those. Just got to get them on the spindle, but we'll do it after we slide axle shafts in. I also pre-packed the double seal inner axle seals with grease. We got to put some silicone on here when we slide them in, so they stay put and gear oil doesn't get past them in the center section. What I do here is I put a little bit, you can see around that first O-ring, little gasket sealer right there. And then what it'll do as you're pushing it into the axle tube, let's see here, it helps lubricate the O-rings so they're not going in dry, and then it'll press and seal against the rest of them to help seal these O-rings in the axle tube. And what I do here is, you can see I start it, then I'll push a block on it, and the tool Israel made me with that puck on it, I'll get in there and bang it in there against the block in the axle tube to make sure it presses in nice and straight. Here you can see I got it started. They come with these little Allen set screws, so once it gets set in there, passed and set, you tighten down the set screw on each side, and that keeps the seal in place. This one's going in pretty nice so far. Right there. Bam, just like that. I will give it a little tap with the block just to make sure it's set properly. Okay, and that's what I mean with the block and the little tool. I'm going to give this a little tap on this end hammer. That lets me know my inner axle seal is set in place, and I can now tighten down the set screw and do the other side. A little bit of pressure, that's good. Got the other side started. That went in pretty easy. I'll still hit it with the block. Make sure it's tight. This side, I don't want to run the tool through all the grease, so I'll just put the block right here and just tap it with the hammer. Then tighten the set screw. Got that tapped in there, did bottom out, just it moved a little bit. I'm gonna run this set screw down right till when I feel it barely touch the axle seal. Right there, and that's good. Well, I got it stabbed in there. For unknown reasons, my buddy Blake was not able to come over and help me get that in there. He had some special juice that was gonna make it not leak again, but talking to another buddy, he recommended this factory stuff from Toyota. It's what they use, and we all know Toyotas last forever. So, Israel, thank you for this. And I came unprepared when I was stabbing that in there. I couldn't get everything tightened up fast enough, so I came out, grabbed an impact, grabbed my socket, and gonna finish putting the hardware in, button it down. Third member is installed. You know, if you don't have all this excess sealant gasket coming out of there, you did it wrong. Just kidding. I really don't know what's the proper amount, what's too little, too much. If it goops out like that, I feel pretty good about it. Also get these all torqued down to the proper 2 old man grunts and a big sigh. Little tight, and that's it. Slide the axles in the rest of the way, and then we get the hubs on. Keep going from here. Hub and drive flanges are on. Rotors are on. Calipers are on. Shocks are back on. Coilovers are on. I just need to go under there and tighten up the U-bolt straps for the front drive shaft. Big thanks to my buddy Kyle next door. He let me use his forklift. It makes it so much easier to work on coilovers. I do need to order new limit straps. I put the old twist in them right now because they're a little overstretched right now, and just to help limit them. I unfortunately did not get to do the springs, so I'm going to address that as soon as I can. And main reason is because I moved them back a location. They were mounted here for a while because I didn't have my bypass. I do want to order bypasses soon, so I moved them to the location they should be. Back to the further spot. They were up here at this mount, moved them back. So luckily it was chassis was pre-tabbed for that because it was built to run bypasses. But yeah, whole housing's back together. I'm excited. I just need to dump some gear oil in and get it put down. And what's also a good thing is I have some fresh meat for it. Was able to score another set of K-specs. I do love this tire, extremely hard to get. It'd be nice if Nitto would release them to the public, but they are a race only tire, and I'm lucky to have some friends that are in the field to help me get some tires, so appreciate that. Let's get it down and get some tires on it. Done, back on the ground. Tires on. Take these bad boys off. Go drive around the block. feel it out. Everything should be fine. I didn't change anything, so just it's been apart since right after the hammers. Fix that leak, new bearings. Back on the road. I just had to go play this weekend for Memorial Weekend. Time to go have fun. Let's go. Jeep is all loaded up. I'm glad I decided to slap it all back together to enjoy this Memorial Weekend. I do want to say we have this weekend for those who had paid the ultimate price to let us enjoy the things that we like to do. I do want to say big shout out to those who are active, who have been active. And on that note, you guys have a great, safe Memorial Weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.